Hey, ManaDad here. I hope you enjoy this draft. It includes a game that is absolutely epic near the end of the video. And the deck that we build is pretty sweet too. It has a little bit of a rocky start, but if you stick with it, I think you'll enjoy it. So please enjoy this draft of Tarkir Dragonstorm. Just doing a draft for fun here, but I guess I may as well record it. Never know. Never know how it'll go. So, I guess this is not a windmill slam. If this did more damage to each creature, it would be good. But I love just putting myself in teamer right from the get-go in this set. Definitely won games with this. I've definitely lost games with this in hand. Did not lose to the quick Mardu and Abzan decks. Snowball out of control. I think removal has to be picked highly. In the pod with Electrofunk. Waffles return. How forever. Lucarn, Larguz, Cortran. Okay, here we go. We'll get past a Verdant Catacombs. Or we can just take another 6 mana. I guess these have been going around, these fetch lands, when I see them. They're not too many. Only 1.5% of packs will contain special guest. I guess we're ramping and slamming. Snakeskin Veil is pretty good. Opulent Palace gives us 2 out of 3 of our colors. Narset's Rebuke is removal. Guess we'll take the removal. If I had to guess, best win rate in the pack would probably be Snakeskin Veil. I'll take removal over it. And there's some on color. Here's Dragonclaw Strike, though. Take that. We can take a Devotee. This, I don't know. 1 less to cast for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. That means you're committing to the board with big creatures, so when are you holding this up? After that? Just get a bunch of those monuments from landfall. Guaranteed landfall. The only thing is there's a decent amount of enchantment removal, and I think people play it because of those sagas are so good. And I guess because this is so good. We'll look for some 4 toughness creatures too to survive. Anytime we get past cards. How's everybody doing today? And Evolving Wilds is pretty good. There's an Abzan monument. There's the Heritage Reclamation, talking about main deckable enchantment removal. The Envoy we wouldn't mind. That would be our cheapest creature. We'll take the Evolving. Dragonstorm Glove is good, but I guess in this deck you would choose the Roamer's Routine over it. Mastery, you have to have the right deck. The Mastery will shut down people for a little bit. Maybe we take the Mastery. Similarly with the Riverwalk technique. This we'll cut green. Good chance blue is more open. There's our Sipsig Appraiser and the Team Murtani back. Ooh. This is easier to cast. I don't want to give people the idea of getting into Teamer, though. Strike is pretty good on the Tawny back. The thing about the strike is if they're holding up instant speed removal, you're sunk. Before we hit the wheel, we got the Unending Whisper, or we could take Reputable Merchant. I'm not very high on this one. Bunch of black and white, which is the colors we're not drafting. And I do like Durgar Island Dragon. I've had decks with like 6 of those. I pretty much never regretted drawing one, because you can always kind of just cycle it. And tap down opponent's thing and cycle. The wasps are waking up here. Agent of Codis versus Twin Bolt. I guess we'll go with the removal. This also destroys a creature with flying. Maybe this is actually pretty good. Maybe this is the better removal. All the dragons have flying. I haven't been too unhappy with the Intimidator, other than the 3 toughness is a kind of a drawback. Bellringer does survive my board wipe. I guess I'll grab it. May not play it, but and the Ringing Strike Mastery came back. If you love something, let it go. Well, Sig Ceremony. I need this for a deck I'm going to make. Very tempted to rare draft it. What am I passing up? Disruptive Stormbrood, which you'd have to splash black to get. Rhino, we'd have to splash black and white. Yeah, I'm just going to be a filthy rare drafter. I know I should eat my vegetables.
Vegetable. You son of a... Eat your vegetables.
Wow, not too much here. I mean, I guess Dragonstorm is potential. I think you take the Pummeler, has probably the better win rate. You can play the Pummeler over the Intimidator. That's at least 4/4 reach. Not going to die to our Dragonback Assault. Yeah, I think our main thing is to like tap down opponent's creatures, gain life until we can get our Dragonback Assault and then just win the game over time. Rediscover the Way. That might be worth splashing into. Also a Jeskai Monument. Multi-Devotee and a Sibsig Appraiser. Okay, well, I like Glacial Dragon Hunt. Probably be taking some of these lands higher. Again, this could be 3 toughness, which could be a problem. Got Reverberating Summons. Super high on any of these. I guess we'll take Narset's Rebuke. I can have 4 toughness. Not a lot of dragons coming around. We're scooping up all the dragons. Yeah, I don't think it's worth, unless we get another really powerful white card. I would definitely make us splash. This is like maybe one of the weakest, or if not the weakest. Those. Well, I could take an Opulent Palace. Will make splashing black easier. There's also Kishla Trawlers. I've heard Aurora Procession is good. I think I'll just take a Appraiser. Do need to get some 2-drops. Or some cheaper interaction. Maybe the word is out. The blue Exhale was going around for a while. Another big creature. All right, I'm gonna really. Well, there's Agent of Codis. All right, I was just saying I need 2 drops. I'll eat my vegetables this time.
You son of a... Eat your vegetables.
How's that framing? Not enough headspace. I'm sitting far back at the moment. Let's see. Wingspan stride. Not gonna play. We're just the ancestor. Build our vault. This is a little trick. You can draft uncommons. There's nothing else to draft. That builds your vault faster. Get your wild cards faster. It's definitely a haymaker deck. Twin Bolt. Not a lot coming around this time. I think these Twin Bolts do too much. Need stuff that deals 3. Okay, well, we got Thunder of Unity. We could splash that because we've got black. We've also got Inspired Ultimatum, which is pretty crazy if we get there. We're not doing that, though. I think we'll just pass it on to, well, actually, maybe we should just do the Tawny back. Yeah, let's do the Tawny back. Maelstrom, the Spirit Dragons. Mammoth Bellow is fantastic, or we can get another Tawny back. I think somebody else would splash Mammoth Bellow. I guess we don't necessarily need Mammoth Bellow. We probably need more low drops. Whirlwind Stormbrood. There's a lot in this pack for us. Maybe crazy, but I'm going with the Tawny back. Here's the Dispelling Exhale. Now wishing I went with the dragon. The Dragonologist. Mystic Monastery. There's Lion Weight. We could definitely splash now off the Opulent Palace. Rare, though. And Evolving Wilds, number 2, or Ringing Strike. I'll take the Evolving Wilds. Not sure these Twin Bolts are that great as interaction. We wouldn't mind more interaction for sure. I wonder if Unending Whisper does a whole lot. Oh, Focus the Mind. Do love to see that card. Reaching Dragonstorm. Or Encroaching Dragonstorm. This would be playable in our deck. Don't really think there are many decks that play this, but this would be one of the cases. If we even get any more dragons, though. Guess big old defender. They needed to give this guy reach. Now I think I'll take some interaction over the Roamer's Routine number 2. This does work with the Dragonback Assault. Otherwise, other than that, we just have the one dragon. 2 dragons. Where are 2 dragons? Dirger Island Dragon. Oh yeah, and the Karekik Dragon. Alright, well, if we're on the tap everything down plan, slow opponent down. So we're like blue-green splashing red. Not splashing black. Yeah, we'll see if that one card wheels. Essence Anchor, or just take another 2-drop we might play. Or 3-drop we might play. Okay, oh yeah. Okay, Ringing Strike Mastery. It probably is terrible if it's going around this much. I also think blue is just generally underdrafted, though. We're looking at 4 cuts. Hey, look, and speaking of building the vault, we built our vault. Let's build our deck first, though. Don't need Unending Whisper. Don't probably need all these Agent of Codices. Heritage Reclamation. Don't necessarily want to main deck that. I am going to try main decking Sarkhan's Resolve and see how that goes. Dragonologist is cool. Leopard, that's going to die. Next guard would survive the board wipe. County-backs are good. We didn't really do a good job of drafting lands that provide red, though. Going into 3 mountains for sure. Actually, 2 mountains plus 2 Evolving Wilds should be plenty. Go up on islands and forests. Still 17. Looking at 3 cuts here. Got one of those guys. Should we cut the Sibsigs? They have really good win rate. Got the Roamer's Routine. We draw the land, we draw the land. Keep the Sibsig. Dragonologist doesn't even survive, but it does find us an instant sorcery or dragon card. Doesn't going to find the Ringing Mastery. Dragon Hunt gets a little bit worse with fewer mountains. There's Narset's Rebuke. Pummeler, the Envoy. Yeah, I think we're just going to cut the Dragonstorm. Alright, there's a deck.
Hey, it's me, Overlord of the Haunt Woods. Actually, haunting and overlording are just my hobbies. My day job is managing the YouTube algorithm. I try to make sure lots of negative, conspiracy-laden clickbait shows up in your feed. You know, nightmare fuel. Whatever you do, don't like, comment, or elder gods forbid, subscribe to a channel like this one, okay? We don't need your feed filled up with people who genuinely enjoy playing Magic like this so-called ManaDad. He puts deck lists and other useful links in the description. He even shows real win rate stats at the end of the videos. Yikes. Clicking on positive, helpful videos takes away from the time I could be spending haunting woods or putting my friend Writhing Chrysalis into draft boosters. But you don't have to take it from me. 9 out of 10 players who want to unban grief agree. Now let's see. What is your racist uncle clicking on today? He has impeccable taste. Let me send some of those videos your way.
It's a new day. I just had to refresh my memory on what the deck even is. Fresh for you. Ventos the Fresh Maker. Let's see how we're doing with it. Against QT Dirk. Dirk on the QT. That Dirk is a real cutie. I think we need to go find blue with this Evolving Wilds. Who will? Over you, opponent. Never know what's gonna be. It's gonna be blue. Three turns, 3 colors. That'll be nice. If we can get that 4th land. That's 2. We've got a blocker. Let's just keep sib-sigging. Huh. Well. As much as we want Evolving Wilds, if we get our big card, we're going to pass on this. So this, sacrifice a creature with mana value X other than Sidisi. Turn to your creature with mana value X+1 from your graveyard to the battlefield. Roamer's routine, they ramping. Getting rampy with it. Nah. Alright, so I think we're just trade route envoy. 4 mana 5/4. Essence Anchor. Wow, okay. Playing that. You hit the 5th land drop here. Hey, what if you didn't have a creature holding me back? Fortunately, that was our only blue. They should have just attacked with the 5/4 and held up the Exhale. We don't have a dragon to reveal. When you have a dragon, this is like a hard counter. Gurmag Nightwatch. They want to mill themselves out, that's fine with me. I wonder if we need to add one more island instead of forest or something. We're really finding we need blue. Extra blue. Okay. We got the Adorned Crocodile. They can tap and make a 2/2 zombie. Congratulations. Go to 11. What do we got? Ooh, a Segu Pumela. The Pumelo. We can trade. Fine. Go down to 4. We'll drop another thing. Deal 4 damage. They can untap one of those blockers. I guess you can straight up cast this without tapping a creature, right? Go to the Crocodile. Alright. We've defeated the Goatsy ring. Sorry. Sorry, Goatsy. Do a snap keep here. I could really only play like one thing. Okay. It's this stupid guy. Not like this guy. Don't really want to tap him down because I still get his ability. I mean, I can tap him with this. Try to draw into red mana. Oh. We get one more mana to pass the Tawny back. Oh, geez, they got Anafenza. That's worth tapping down. That's worth removing. 16. And followed it up with a pack beast. Jiminy Christmas. Okay. Well, we'll tap that down. Remember another non-token creature control. A dragon. If I destroy it, though, they endure. I guess we'll wait. Otherwise, Anafenza would get even bigger. Hey, here we go. We can Dragon Hunt. Can't remove Anafenza now. Tawny back. Pitch one of these things. Evolving Wilds is kind of terrible. I almost don't even want to block Bearer of Glory. Well, they could plus. That would use their turn. That buys me a turn to try to get to the Narset's Rebuke. Killing me, Larry. I guess we're just on the lock down their whole team plan. They can even untap, though, and then we're just dead. Yeah, they got us. See if they figured it out. Wow, they didn't. They decided to go adding to the board. Not their Bearer of Glory. Okay. Alt Road Pack Beast. Okay. And then another Evolving Wilds. Well, take that, Pack Beast. Lock you down. Yeah, we definitely need to get more blue in this deck. Okay, they figured it out. One turn later. Anafenza is a total bomb. Yeah. Green is actually less important than blue for us. Let's go up at least one blue. We got blue there. We should go up another red. Up against Tarosuke. 1973. Great year to be Tarosuke. Yep. To go find our blue again. Hello, friendly opponent. Black-red. We'll play a devotee. Well, we can just keep pinning stuff down. Vanguard. We'd love to get the Dispelling Exhale online. Marshal of the Lost. 3 Death Touch. Yikes. This is the number of attacking creatures. Another Zergo's Vanguard and Sidisi. Let's go ahead and trade that out. Fine. Ooh, we got Dragonback Assault, so let's try and survive long enough. We find a blue. Yes, we did. Falling Wild is great eventually. They're going to untap one of those guys, aren't they? But I don't want. I could also Sidisi one of those guys. Yeah. I'm just going to Sidisi one of those guys. Yeah. Reigning Victor. Okay, your 4/3 is invincible. This guy doesn't block at all, does he? I guess I was supposed to exhale that guy. Alright, stop bringing this guy back. Wait, was that instant speed? Oh, we should have done that when we needed to exhale. Dude. This mobilizes one too, doesn't it? How many Christmas? One more land, and I can get a 6/5 down. A good blocker. Getting pummeled by Mardu. Well, it's too little too late. Did I say? Should have drafted Mardu. It's looking like I'll have lost quickly enough to draft Mardu again real soon. I think that's what got cut off by the end. Who knows? I'm not going to edit it. I'm going to slap all the clips together like I usually do. Okay, we can actually cast Ringing Strike Mastery. Out the gate with the Mardu Devotee. Hardly worth striking. Trade Agent of Codis out for it. We will need to Glacial Dragon Hunt to draw a card soon. Bearer of Glory. That's worth eliminating. The sorcery speed. What do we lose? What do we lose? We're a long way from Dragonback Assault. Seems like it would be good against their deck, though. I think we'll just ditch one of these Ringing Strikes. 4/4. Or let's see, this whenever you cast the +1/+1 counter, that might be worth locking down. I'll have blue. Instant sorcery or dragon card. Let's see. Well, getting close to the Karakik. Will we be better off holding up the counterspell? Just hoping we can ramp to Karakik. Well, that would be better target for... I can drop a 4/4 here. This is double strike prowess. Now I wish that the ringing strike mastery was there. Now I wish we had the counterspell. Alright, do we think they have another instant? Try to double block. Guess no blocks take 6. Big ouchie. Just need lands. Not a land, but we can tap down their guy. Take 1. Anchor, sure. Double spell, why don't you? Do not surveil into the yard. A ringing strike mastery on the 4/4. Interesting. If they attack into the dragon. They tap it to okay, just so they can make a 2/2. Interesting choice. Drop this. Oh, oops. Yeah, that does wipe out our whole team. Guess I should have. They should have attacked first. That was a punt.
From the end zone, he punts it.
Oh my goodness,
this could be the longest punt in Super Bowl history.
I don't think I've been that excited for a punt. What a punt.
Yeah, we'll jump. We'll happily jump there. And make another dragon. And I mean, I think we'll just tap down their thing and we'll or untap our thing. Yeah, we can tap down their thing and untap one of our guys soon. So pass turn. I like where we're at. They're down to 1 card in hand. They do have a serious threat on the board. Seize opportunity. Sure. They get land. Nice. that mana to do this. And attack you for 10. Got him! Might have a shot in the lost 2 games bracket. But I don't... Do we think that the Arena Matchmaker matches you up based on games lost? Hey, we're going to have a turn 3 Tawny back. Love it. What is going first? If they play an early threat, we can lock it down for a bit. And it's starting off nice and slow. Low and slow. Dragonstorm Globe. Okay. Well, they could be a crazy big dragon deck. What do we lose? I guess one of these. This is a good way of dealing with big old dragons. See what we got here. Lipstick find anything good? Don't need the bell ringer. Opponent, you have priority. Removal. Okay. Let's go practice now. I think we'll get red. Narset's Rebuke online next turn if they cast a big ol' creature. No, they cast nothing. Nada, eh? Attack. Countering the trade route envoy. Oh, Cruel Truths. It's Veil 2, draw 2, lose 2. Gotta love the symmetry of it. Tempest Hawk. Interesting. Well, is it crazy to... Let's attack first. We don't want to play any more lands because we want to hold back lands in case we get our landfall guy. Osseous Exhale. Big 4/4 dragon. Hope they're out of ammo over there. No! Now they get to hit us with the hawk and go get another hawk. Hardened Tactician. Sacrifice a token to drop card. Plays the other hawk. Sure. Do they have more hawks though? That's the question. Guess we don't want to find out. Boy, if we can get our Dragon Maker, we're going to be on easy street. But right now we're kind of flooding. Getting beat by Tempest Hawks. Do they have another one? They do. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? TempestHawks.deck. They're flooding out a bit too. We have one card that can save us. There it is. There it is. Okay, we're not going to make the mistake we made last time. We're going to attack into it. Eliminate all Tempest Hawks. Evolving Wilds. This game just turned around, baby. We got dragons from here on out. It's Alt Road Pack Beast, not bad. That's a pretty good one. It's a top deck. Honestly, I'm gonna probably discard a land. Oh. Yeah. That's right, opponent. Multiple blockers. I have to acknowledge the luck on that one. That was a righteous top deck. 3 wins, 3 wins. Just win this one. Usually happy. Good positive win rate. 4 and 3. You get close to making your gems back. It's a good day. Live to draft another day. When are you there?
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
Abzan Monument. We probably could have used some of those monuments. Well, I'd love to get another blue. Sibsig first here. Let's see what opponent's up to. They have to play around the exhale now. We left that mana up. The monument, okay. Monuments.deck. Where is toughness on one creature? Oh, gotta keep really creatures with high toughness off the board. We don't need the third one of those. We'll just keep hitting land drops. Pass Tawny back next turn. Boy. L'Envoi. Change the red into a 2. I don't think Bellringer is super helpful at the moment. No attacks. And these Abzan decks, though. They have ability to surveil every turn with this spare land. Yeah, they'll make a 4/4. We knew they would. I think we have to go find red. Excuse me, red, are you there? Dragonclaw Strike, and tap that down. We'll make another one next turn. our 6th land, and then we do this and Agent Codis. We haven't given him any creatures worth killing with the Dragon Sniper. So we can hold back that land. Let's just get in with Agent of Codis. If they've got some trick, we might be able to deal with it. Caustic Exhale. The other option then is we buff this guy up, but no, let's just play a big dragon. They've probably got removal, but I'm gonna spend their whole turn doing it. A ward. Or they could untap their 4/4 now. Illumivine or Regent. Why'd you tap me like that? I don't want to cast this, so I guess I'll waste my land. And, yeah, I gotta tap that down, or they'll just trade it for the dragon. Go to 18. One has a crap ton of cards. Okay, Sig Appraiser is nice. What do we find? Find a big dragon. We trade with the trade route envoy. L'envoi. Let's get this nice and big. Maybe it was... No, maybe we should have done Dragonologist. 3 toughness is much easier to remove than 4 toughness or above. With that, they can untap and take out my Dragon. Looks like that's their plan. Let's send these guys in. Get a hexproof guy down in the turn. And we won. I was just checking my messages. Drafting some Dragonstorm. Got green and blue, but no red. This is probably a mulligan. Having the 2 red cards. Now we have no blue. Oh.
There should be no risk management. Study risk taking, not risk management.
Risky business.
Hey, we got blue. Never didn't have it. Never didn't have it, never didn't have it. Swift water cliffs. Clearly should have drafted more of these gain lands. Just had funky mana the whole time. Taking their time, playing slow, low and slow. I don't really need to hold this up, so I guess I should Evolving Wilds. So yeah, next turn we can Tawny back. Tawny back, boom, 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 boom. Tawny back, boom, 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 boom. Let's see, they're gonna counter. Seems like the kind of deck that might counter it. Yep. LBK23. I'm gonna counter the Sipsig Appraiser. I'll take the Rebuke. Should I take the 6th land? I think I'll just take the Rebuke. Oh, white. White mana unlocked. Okay. It's probably not worth dragon hunting. I'll just hold up Narset's Rebuke. Rebuka. The real drawback of this is the 5 mana untap. Oh, they're just holding up Counterspell City over here. Guess we'll just we can just wait and just keep smacking in with the 2/1. We have late game play against them. Not in the mood to get this counterspelled. Molten Exhale. Got it. Don't play a creature though, huh? Oh, we've got an Exhale now. So what do? We could start building towards 8 mana to cast this with the Exhale protection. Is that crazy or what? A real control matchup. Somebody's got to get a threat on board. There we go. They blinked first. Now. There we go. Not worth dropping the island. I guess we could threaten to have another counterspell. They probably just remove this. Hopefully then we draw a threat while they're tapped out. Hishla Trawlers. Okay. Brings back what? Molten Exhale. Brings back the counterspell. Interesting. Okay, so we have 4 mana open, so let's do this. Glacial Dragon Hunt. Well, guess what we're discarding? Snakeskin Veil. How about no? Are they going to counter the Narset's Rebuke? Oh, it has Hexproof. Oh, okay. Still going to attack you for 4. We can Glacial Dragon Hunt again next turn. Can even do it full price. They have a dragon. They've revealed. This is still bugged? Thought they would fix this by now. Ice Ridge Serpent bounces my guy if they pay for it. Okay. Huh. Well, I could play this. I can play this. I can just pay full freight, right? Discard that. Adios, you dude. It's a battle of wits here. I don't have much. Almost tempted to tap their guy. I want them to pay to untap it, and then we tap it again. I think that would be hilarious. Six color good stuff, guys. 5 color good stuff over here. Yeah, okay. Then go to combat. This will be fun. Finally get the Dragonback Assault. Still have a land in hand, too. Hopefully they're out of counter spells. They probably would have used one there if they had it. They're almost to the point where they can untap it a second time, though. Okay, draw a card. Play this. Let's see if we can. We'll get a land. Be happy to keep the land. 2 for 1. Alright, see how opponent does when we're making a dragon almost every turn. We still should have both of our... Right, we haven't used an Evolving Wilds, or did we? We used one Evolving Wilds, so there's 1 Evolving Wilds left. Oh, they got removal. Nice. They get to draw a card and gain a life. Annoyingly. Make a dragon. Hopefully we can make dragons faster than they can draw removal. They got okay. Blizzard. Great card. They're at 14 cards in deck. We're at 14 cards in deck. They're still gonna win. Hellkite. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Give me another dragon, please. We only have 3 more lands in deck. We actually got a lot of action in our deck. Attacks. Ishla Trawler is going to bring back the Blizzard, probably. The Blizzard's annoying. Yeah. But they don't. Huh. Don't use it. Saving it to use defensively, perhaps? So they have 3 blockers. We can definitely get to the point where we can... Okay, they have 4 blockers. We need them to use up the Blizzard first, but then we can get to the point where we're wide on them. Probably want them to use the Blizzard just to run them out of cards. That's probably our plan here. Maybe we let them draw with the Shrine Keeper. It's so annoying. This is a spider or spider-looking creature that doesn't have reach. So conditioned for spiders and Magic to have reach. LDK 23 epic game. Here they come. They attacking? I'm trying to decide whether to use the Blizzard on the defense or on the crackback. Some Tapper Dragons left in the deck, right? At least one. Somewhere. Okay, they decide not to do anything. And here comes another 4/4. Over you, opponent. We have no dead draws thanks to I guess the Evolving Wilds will be bad when we don't. They're gonna just use up the Blizzard. Wow. Okay. Wonder if they have more Blizzards. We got a handful of action over here. Hopefully it's mostly lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 new lands in the graveyard. So out of these 8 plus 5, probably 4 of them are lands. It's not great. Okay, 3 of them are lands. 13 life is annoying too. Trying to wait for us to take a big swing. Oh, now my untapped dragons have hexproof, y'all. What you gonna do about that? Should we take the Dragon Claw Strike? Got 5 toughness. They just need a counter spell for it. Thing is, it's still going to have hexproof as long as it's untapped. Guess once I attack with it, then they'll be able to kill it. There's no sort of games harmonize. They're gonna minus. Gonna blizzard again. Blizz away, baby. Oh, Snakeskin Veil. Nice. Still haven't really seen what they're splashing black and white for, have we? They take the 12 damage. Holy smokes. Should I have just attacked all? Should I have just attacked all? Holy smokes. Pure Night Watch. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attackers. 4 of them flying. So even if they have removal for one of the flyers... Well, I guess if they have removal for one of the flyers, we're still sunk. And we gain 3 life. Alright, but their hand is almost... Their hand is almost empty. We do get a 5/5. That's our next thing we need to deal with. Trade route envoy. Suppose we keep going wide. We could send the envoy in. Got to trade with something, at least 4 power. Oh no, they got the Hellkite. It's 5/6. They got 4 cards though, so they got to win in 4 turns. They might be able to do it though. Probably hard with our dragons having hexproof. Okay, Zibsig Appraiser. We're at 6 cards. That would put us at 4 cards. But they're at 4 cards now. I think it's safe. So let's destroy the Hellkite. And then what do I want to buff up? One of these things with 1 power. Do a probing little attack here. sorcery only, yeah. They don't design combat tricks that happen from the graveyard anymore. Not usually. All right, took out a flyer. One, two, three, four, five, 6 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 potential attackers. Although these guys aren't lethal, so we really have to be sure that they're out of ammo in their hand. Holy smokes. Guess we found out what they were splashing for. Should have held back that flying removal.
From the end zone, he punts it. Oh my goodness, this could be the longest punt in Super Bowl history.
I don't think I've been that excited for a punt. What a punt.
We bounce the Sipsig Appraiser in the hopes that we mill ourselves out. Okay, so we're going to lose a half our life, rounded up. Or no. How did we not lose half our life rounded up? There are 2 cards. They got 1 thing in hand. It can't be the -3. We just go all in. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can remove 1 blocker. That's 7. They block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we can make this attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'd only get through for 1. Let's pass the turn. Somehow they don't have enough to make us lose half our life, right? They could still do a big attack and get an untap. They tried to trick us into the Sipsig Appraiser. Ooh, okay. Eshki Dragonclaw. Did we have enough flyers to win? I was not calculating flyers last turn, was I? There's 40 greater, so 4, 6, 8, 11, 15. Uh-oh, they're tapping us down. Gonna attack with Vitor. And they're making elephant? Okay. They're gonna leave it all on the field here. So 4, 6, 7, 8. 11, 15, 23, 26, 30, 35. They're still not at 40, but they can get to 40 by replaying that thing. Okay, so they're at 37. They basically have to attack. They just drew a card. Or was that the end step? Was it a good game? It was a good game no matter what happened. I wonder what their last card was. No. Their life rounded up. Woo! What a sweater game. They really made us work for that win. Boy. So, is that a boring game or is that an exciting game? That was crazy. It was crazy with what it was. Put the Agent of Codis down. We'll be holding up the Exhale next turn. Yeah, just kill this. Yeah. -3, -3. Blood flies. Ooh, or we can play Dragonologist. Guess we get a Narset's Rebuke. Well, we could... I think we can probably fake him out by attacking with the 2/1. Nope. They called our bluff on that. They really just called the bluff. We did want this in the graveyard so we can get that guy. Let's see. I tap it down to Pamela. To Pomelo. Okay. Plus this up. I can attack with it. Now the Envoy will draw us a card. Hopefully a mountain. You want to untap that Pummeler, it's going to cost you. Disruptive Stormbrood. It deals combat damage, you draw a card, and you lose 1 life. Okay. So we know what creature they're going to put a counter on. So I think we're just dispelling Exhale anything that puts a counter. And if they do manage to get a counter on something, we can eventually remove it. If they got a fight spell, yep. Did manage to get that counter. Annoyingly. And they fly us for 4. 5. 5, really. Let's see if we can find red mana. Not much choice here. $12-12. Do we just start putting the pressure on? They can crack back for more. I guess not. I mean, maybe I should drop this dragon. They're down to 2 cards in hand. Arcane's resolved. Okay, well, I'll take care of one of the flyers. Hey, it's an evolving wilds. Eventually we'll have red. Might have tricked them into trying to put counters on the Stormbrood. This is instant speed. Yes, okay, good. Aggressive negotiations. Oh. There we go. There goes our rebuke, though. Oh yeah, they're drawing cards, right? No, that doesn't have a counter on it. Goodness. Oh, pass the turn. Just gonna lose to this little guy. Pummeler can put counters on the Bloodflies. Parination. Okay, how do I stop that? Guess I need a good blocker. Would Death Touch too? No. X-proof indestructible flying. Need a good blocker. Son of a gun! Guess I'll play one of these. Need reach. This needs reach. Why didn't they give it reach? Yeah, okay. Flooded out. What a way to lose. But hey, we had a pretty good run with this deck, especially getting those 2 losses early on. Stick around for some pack opening. 5 wins, 3 losses, 4 packs, completely paid for the draft and then some. Got our first Eshki, first revival of the ancestors. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Something going on in the store today? Guess you don't need to see that. This has been ManaDad, reminding you magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.